Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of We Bought a Mic, a podcast about movies, television, and slapstick. We have a very special episode for you today with a very special guest. We're getting Sunny in the pod studio today. Welcome. My name's Ernest.
My name is Hunter.
I'm Ben.
And I'm Drew.
And if you saw the name on the episode description, it is not a typo. This is a different Nemeroff.
Yeah.
It is not the return of Brett.
People thought that we just like forgot one of our best friends' names.
Right.
We're just like, we're fine.
Ernie's been outsourcing to ChatGPT a lot lately.
Brett did not lose all of his hair and gain weight. Right. He's good.
No, you're looking good.
Am I looking good?
Yeah.
Well,
Ooh,
Brett looks like shit.
Yeah.
Honestly, he's let himself go. He's getting engaged.
We're getting a lot of feedback that they like the Nemeroff thing, but not specifically him.
Yeah.
So we went with our only other viable option.
Well, we were like, what are mom and dad doing? And they were like, we don't know what a podcast is. So we were like, okay, next best thing. There's another Nemeroff brother. We can just pull.
My parents asked what channel this was going to be on.
Okay, cool.
They have no idea.
Welcome for the first time to We Bought a Sunscreen is the
How much do you
name-
think I paid for that?
the name of
copyright
this
that?
episode. If you're watching on the YouTubes, you can see Ben's new product on the table. We're going to be getting into that later in the podcast, hear all about it. But before then, we have some general catch-up that we wanted to talk about, some things that we've been watching. Let's kick things off with a movie. Is this thing on? Mm-hmm. I think most people will watch this in December. The new Bradley Cooper.
When does it go wide release? Does it have a wide release? Okay.
I think it's late December.
I didn't know if it's doing the limited and slow rollout thing or what they're doing. I think it's Focus, I want to say.
It's Searchlight.
Oh, it's Searchlight. That's what it is. Okay. A Disney film. This is the newest film by the maestro himself, Bradley Cooper, a movie that Drew of all of us has really fond things to say about Maestro.
I turned it off like 25 minutes in because I was getting sad because I could tell it wasn't as good as A Star Is Born, which I thought was phenomenal.
Well, let's give it the real reason. You got really sad when you saw that Snoopy got abandoned in the vestibule. They've abandoned Snoopy in the vestibule.
I don't think he even got to that scene.
Yeah, I think that seems like an hour in.
I also couldn't rock with the fake nose. Bradley Cooper has a decent schnoz on him. He doesn't need, you know what? It was
prominently in multiple shots.
It was so superfluous. Couldn't get into it. Is This Thing On is his newest directorial effort and goofy side character effort in which it's based on a true story of you might not believe this, but a guy got divorced and then started doing stand-up comedy. I mean, this world we live in,
a wealthy white guy,
a very well-to-do fellow.
And thank God that like this one instance in human history got documented that we can.
I mean, we can poke fun. There's no story too small to make a good movie out of. And generally, I think this is a solid movie. It's starring Will Arnett, which is great. It's great for him to have a vehicle, like a semi-dramatic vehicle. I think he does an awesome job. Laura Dern plays his wife, and I don't need to say anything about how she does. That goes without saying. I think it's a good movie. I think that the bar just might be a little high for B. Coop still, even after Maestro.
As a Maestro defender, let me just
knock
say,
yourself out.
This is a good movie. Bradley Cooper has now made 3 good movies.
He is, particularly, he's good at directing. He's not, you know what I mean? He knows how to direct. He's clearly good with actors. That's the most important, in my opinion.
Yeah, moving the camera, keeping an energy going.
Yeah, he still will throw in a close-up when it is completely unneeded every now and then. That happens multiple times in this, and it's especially jarring because the close-up is to Will Arnett's giant head and fucking forehead. I'm not going to hold it too much against him. He is good. He's good at following emotional beats. He has, clear strengths. This is just a really small story to decide to tackle after 2 much bigger, even though like true to life, we're not going sci-fi, bigger stories, bigger ideas, music involved. This is really stripped down. This is a movie that could have come out like mid 2000s in that little indie gem era. I think it's super solid. I think it's worth a watch maybe when it comes to streaming.
Yeah,
Respect.
Yeah.
I will say, Ernest, for you coming in here and saying this is a good movie, he made 3 good movies in a row. I did have to remind you, like seconds before recording this podcast, that this is a movie that we saw like 72 hours ago. So,
And I enjoyed it when we watched it.
I do just want to like, put that out there as far as like how much flowers we're sending to this movie. I think I was the lowest on it of the 3 of us. I still think it's good. It's fine. It's like a solid 6.5 out of 10. Like it was a good, fun time, adult drama. I will say, like working its favor, this isn't a movie that's just kind of like flat, pretty good across the board. I think this is a movie that does have some real greatness in it. There's in particular 2 really great movies that are in here. One about this man who is turning to stand up, and you see like these elements of the underground stand-up comic scene in New York, and like all of these like real life comics that are just like, I go and hit like 5 different places every night. Like they're really doing the grind. And then this much smaller story that is about the crumbling relationship between Will Arnett and Laura Dern. I think both of those are great on their own, and they never completely meld together in the way. And there's 2 real stretches of this movie, like 20-minute stretches each. That's like, oh my God, like let's fucking get some pace in this thing. Like it doesn't have the same kinetic energy that he especially had with The Star Is Born. And even if it didn't work 100% on me, that was in Maestro, where at least there's some flow from scene to scene.
This is a much more normal movie than Maestro.
And it's a little odd of a choice for him to do this movie.
That's the biggest takeaway. It's like, what?
Why?
Like,
I mean, congrats. He's following his
he
heart.
wants in with the Smartless boys.
Yeah,
he wants to
is.
be a podcaster.
Sean Hayes is in the film, and Will Arnett, obviously. I don't know.
No, Jason.
Bateman noticeably missing. So
I'm gonna be curious to see how you feel about this movie, Ben. I think you should check it out. You have some experience in the comedy world.
Yeah.
You have some experience in the New York world. Ish. Is that fair to say?
Yeah, I lived in New York for a year.
Yeah. And it's, I don't know. I get what you're saying, Hunter, because you want him to go deeper into one or the other arc. However, if I were to tell you, oh, they finally made a movie that really encapsulates the modern stand-up world, would you be interested if I told you it was directed by Bradley Cooper? You know what I mean? Wouldn't you want someone a little more qualified to do that?
Yeah, no, I get that. I think that there's a way, and I don't even think that this is like an incredible movie, but did you ever see the movie Don't Think Twice? The improv movie from 2008.
Yeah,
Birbiglia.
Directed by Birbiglia.
Yeah.
And it
Great
just
movie.
fully immerses itself. You see a lot of comparisons watching it. It's also, the stand-up world, not necessarily in film, but it's pretty well-trod territory in television. Especially this movie being about a divorced guy who's starting stand-up in New York, crashing Pete Holmes. Not a great show, but like it's been done.
Yeah.
In the same block of the Comedy Cellar.
Yeah.
It's been done.
Using a couple of the
Greenwich.
same fucking people. Like, yeah. So I ended up being okay that he didn't just fully go down that road.
Well, then I wanted more about the relationship stuff. If you're
That's
gonna,
the best part of the movie.
It's the best part of the movie, but also, again, and not to like give the same complaints, like rehash a lot of the same thing that I have seen for this movie, but like, it's Bradley Cooper writing a deeply underwritten mom woman character who's like, I just want to be known for being a mom. And like, that's kind of her whole thing. And Laura Dern is great. Like, Laura Dern's incredible. She's one of the greatest actresses that we have working today.
That's not
But
fair, though. I don't think that's what she wants at all. She's struggling with the fact that she had to become a mom.
No.
I think that's pretty deep. It's just not enough time is given.
Exactly.
I think
well, there should be more there. And I think the ending is really bad to this movie. How it kind of wraps up with like a neat little bow on it is very
here's another.
It feels very untrue.
Here's another issue with, I think, the depiction of stand-up. And you could speak to this, Ben. He doesn't bomb.
Yeah.
He just starts and he's good. It's like, no fucking way, man.
He's like bad, but like he's bad in like a way that people are like, oh, you're so funny how bad you are up there. It's like, guess what? People just don't laugh if you're bad at stand up.
No, they're looking at their phones. They're out of there.
Yeah.
No, you don't get sympathy from.
You don't get the crowd being like, there weren't a ton of laughs, but that was really captivating. Like he
really told his
you
story.
have to be like, he's trying to capture when he wrote this, like the Tig Notaro set where she just like unloaded on how she had cancer and it was all improvised. Really legendary. That doesn't happen unless you're like already Tig Notaro.
Yeah.
And people are like bought in. So that doesn't necessarily work. Can we spoil the
cameo?
the stupidest? I think maybe the biggest misfire of Bradley Cooper's life.
Yeah. Yeah. Just talk about it.
Wait,
skip forward.
Worse than the plastic surgery he just did?
That's true, actually.
That's pretty bad.
His eyes are looking weird.
Skip forward to a minute.
Unfortunately, that version of Bradley Cooper is not in this movie. If only.
I honestly haven't seen what he looks like. Is this like at Eagles games? He's kind of got himself that. Remember when Simon Cowell came out with like weird eyes? Yeah. Like super stretched out.
Yeah, like
What's
eye lift
crazy-
situation.
There are some people in Hollywood right now that are like, there's some doctor out there. Yeah, he looks like looks like a supervillain. I don't know what's happening right there.
Bradley.
And I don't know what's going on either, because there's some doctor in LA right now who's doing like unbelievable Botox work, and that is not who Bradley went to.
He went to Philly, unfortunately.
Hate to see it.
So do you want to spoil the cameo?
Yeah, there's a cameo.
Skip forward a minute if you don't want to hear.
This made me. This is not that big a deal, especially if you're not super maybe tuned into football stuff. Laura Dern's talking about, and she's excited for something that might be a date, might not be a date with some guy. We, smash cut to him walking in. It is Peyton Manning. So, and then they're just talking pretty like vaguely for a few minutes. And you slowly dawn on the fact that he is not playing Peyton Manning.
Yeah.
He's just
playing a guy.
His name is Laird.
He's playing another guy.
I guess it's not.
Peyton Manning.
At least he wasn't a stand-up comedian. That would have been
You're right.
Yes.
awful.
Yeah, that's true. If it was like fucking Chris Rock.
Have you heard those brothers make jokes at the NFL games? They're terrible.
Yeah, they're awful, but they're like entertaining for what they are, but they're not like good.
Yeah,
So
just rubbing together two brain cells.
I guess he is a better actor than Eli. We could say
he's
that probably.
sure.
What tells you that the Papa John's commercial?
Yes.
Peyton was like, he was great on SNL, on something like that, whenever he is playing himself. But you're asking him to play a character, and it's very clear. And like, there's one extended shot where like he looks like he is reading off of cue cards.
Yeah.
It's
him.
just
like, it's
and
so
Bradley's
bad.
just clearly like, you have my full trust here.
Yeah. His like lips are wet. He kind of looks like he has like sweaty palms, and
Well,
like
and
it
you're
looks like not an actor acting.
He's in the 2-minute drill mode.
Insane.
Yeah, exactly. The whole
so
time
nice.
you're just thinking like, we could be having coverage on Laura Dern right now.
Yeah.
She's on the other
Academy Award
camera.
winner.
Like, anyway, the
Not establishing that he is not playing Peyton Manning for like a good 2 minutes is baffling.
You're
choice.
slowly like, oh, he's like a volleyball coach.
Peyton probably got more money than Laura did, honestly.
I hate that.
you know.
I
Yeah.
hate that so much.
Is this an Omaha production?
the-
Does he get producer credits?
The reason I find this so egregious is that when you have something that feels like stunt casting like that, it is at the very least, if it's going to be an athlete or someone from another realm, they have to not be currently overexposed. He is currently one of the most overexposed celebrities in the world. He's on every single commercial. He's doing Monday Night Football, like simulcasts. We have enough of him. We have too much of an active existing relationship for him to come in and be layered. Like I was like
Layered.
inconsolable for like 5 minutes of this fucking movie.
We're sitting next to each other, and like we both like laughed when we saw Peyton Manning was in there, and then like had like
5 minutes
another
later, I turned to Hunter and I was like, "Is he not Peyton Manning? Like he's not playing Peyton fucking
baffling.
Manning?
It is a truly baffling choice.
No way. Like it is unforgivable. It
Bradley.
is, that's just like an unforced error on Bradley's part. Peyton is trying to weasel his way into fucking everything, and props to him for getting into this, but it doesn't work.
Damn.
It's crazy.
He's a shoo-in for a Wabami.
Yeah.
In a couple months.
Absolutely.
So is this thing on? It's in theaters December 19th. Catch it on Hulu, Disney Plus shortly thereafter.
Very shortly thereafter.
It's
Yeah.
I like the
good movie.
I like the movie.
I do
fun.
think it's like a fine, like, especially like, adults date night watching a movie.
Yeah, like a good
talking
grown up,
about-
like small story. Like, are we doing this? Are we getting a divorce? Like, there's room for those movies.
Yes.
I don't want to diss that type of movie. It just doesn't it's not going to knock your fucking guts out.
Right.
You know,
it's well acted. It's well directed. Bradley's talented. It was interesting to see him make a normal movie. Make something fucking crazy like Maestro again. Thanks. Okay.
thanks.
I wanted to talk about Guillermo del Toro's Frankenstein,
Okay. Oh, boy.
which is on Netflix now.
Not had a chance to see this yet. Very excited.
It just came out this past Friday. I got a chance to see it in the theater about a week ago, and I was anticipating it a lot, but obviously had heard of some of the complaints and criticisms against it. So I was trying to go into it with some kind of milder expectations, but there were still a lot of people that I respect saying, this is incredible. This is amazing. This is a masterpiece. And then other people I respect saying, this sucks. So I'm trying to go into it with like a bit of a middle ground, like leveled expectation. And I'm very shocked to say that Lee, my wife, who I went with, liked the movie a lot more than I did. She's usually the hater. She's usually got the hot takes.
Absolutely.
She was kind of over the moon about Frankenstein. And I thought it was really great. I want to see it again to try to confirm a lot of my feelings about it, because
your tone there is just not giving. It's really great.
no, I think that there's a lot to love in this movie, but there's some things about it that keep it from being this overwhelming like rush of love that I kind of wanted, and that I think my wife got out of it. The movie has a lot of pieces that work. A lot of the performances are incredible. A lot of the look of it is incredible. But then there's these pieces that don't quite click. The set design, the costumes, the look of the movie works most of the time. And then here and there, you'll see a couple sequences that don't work at all visually. The CGI is off. And the overall sort of tone and sort of gothic, like artsy heightenedness of it, it doesn't quite work. Specifically there's a couple moments at the beginning where you sort of wind all the way back to Victor Frankenstein's youth, and the movie like really takes a while to come out of this weird hole of uncanny, like theatrical put uponness, where you really want to give yourself over to the story, but you can't quite get there. You're always looking at it as this fabrication. But I really did end up enjoying it a lot, especially because of Jacob Elordi's performance as the creature. Don't call him Frankenstein.
I wasn't expecting you to say that.
He's his monster.
You liked it because of Jacob Elordi.
So they didn't show any of his performance in any of the trailers. So I wasn't ready for what this guy was doing. And it kind of took me aback. And that's part of the reason why I want to see it again, because it was just like something I wasn't ready for. Bro is cooking. Bro is fucking cooking in this movie.
Hey.
By far the best performance in the film. It's filled with so much tragedy and pathos and longing and anger and confusion and learning and discovering. It is magnificent. The prosthetic work is great. It all looks great. You can tell that there are aspects of the budget that did go all the way with Guillermo's vision, and then some that didn't quite go there. I mean, Netflix, like, why not give Guillermo another $50-60 million to go all the way here? Why do you have to have some of the CGI look so kind of half finished here? Because he's clearly going for something huge, and it is working in a lot of areas in the film. And then you kind of get these scenes that kind of take you out of it.
My question is like, why even is there so much CGI to begin with? Like, Guillermo is like one of the great craftsmen
and there is a lot of craftsmanship in the film.
But that's not all he's interested in. He does, he likes using technology to its fullest extent. So I don't want to necessarily think that if we threw more money at him, it would definitely be used to make it look better. You know what I mean? Like,
this is a grand vision for the story.
The greatest track record.
I was going to say, you're a Pacific Rim hater.
I said this recently on the if we went back to like 05 or whatever, post Pan's Labyrinth and you showed me his career following that, I'd be disappointed. Like that is the movie of a guy who's like going to be a master and like, you know, pitched no hitters for like 20 years. He hasn't done that. He's made great movies and, you know, cool shows, but
I mean, he won the Oscar for Shape of Water.
Shape of Water, an incredible movie. I think Nightmare Alley is a great movie.
I love Nightmare Alley.
Yeah.
I
really like Pinocchio a lot.
Pinocchio is incredible.
Yeah, I think Pinocchio's, again, the craft of that movie is unbelievable.
I'm shocked that I didn't love Frankenstein as much as I love Pinocchio.
Oh.
And that's another Netflix movie. And I'm kind of wondering, like, what would this movie have been if they could have visualized it, maybe not go full stop motion like Pinocchio, but in a similar way of how they rendered that story. Because he is trying to go something a little bit similar. I think the other thing here, and this is something that for some reason with Bradley Cooper didn't apply, is that I'm bringing a lot of baggage into this movie because of Guillermo del Toro's career. Like I'm thinking about Shape of Water. I'm thinking about Pan's Labyrinth. I'm thinking about all the instances in which Guillermo put Frankenstein and the ideas of Frankenstein in his work the past 2 decades. And now we're finally seeing it. I know for a fact that he's been wanting to make this movie for so long. And it's like, okay, here it is. We have it. And it's not quite as splendid and magnificent as it could have been.
I do think that, I mean, there's a little bit of this where it is the Netflix of it all, where this has been his passion project, a movie he's been trying to make for 20 years. No studio would give him the money to make this except for Netflix. Yeah. And guess who is the writer of the script for everything? It's Guillermo del Toro. So like maybe his pitch, like it was kind of rightfully so why people had some reservations to fully give him the bag. But for Nightmare Alley, that is not a Netflix production. That was after he had already signed the deal with Netflix, but that got picked up by, I think it was
Disney.
Fox. Yeah. Searchlight.
Somewhere in there, in the Disney Fox.
Yeah, that's actually getting like more of a full proper release, but maybe he was kind of firm about like, this is my vision and I don't want to compromise that.
Yeah.
And it might have been at the detriment to the overall quality. I say this without seeing this movie.
I did love a lot about the movie, and that's why I really want to see it again. It has a chance to make my top 10. And this is one of those that I kind of want to revisit as we lock in our lists coming up in a couple weeks here.
Now, I don't know what order we have in the dossier, but we're really burying the lead here with this episode because Hunter, you recently visited Southern California and you got the chance to see one of our great modern films with Ben. In what theater was it?
It was at the TCL Chinese Theater.
Unbelievable.
The TCL Chinese Theater.
Yeah. So if you guys want to...
Something it shares a lot with Frankenstein in itself. You know?
A monster of sorts.
Yeah. I already talked about this movie. This stupid fucking
Hunter's in town for one night. We had the decision to see Bobby Lee stand up or him at the TCL Chinese Theater.
You should have seen Bobby Lee. What are you doing?
I dissed Bobby Lee 400 times that day.
I begged Ben. I was like, please, can we go see Bobby Lee? Please. That's all that I want is to see Bobby Lee stand up.
Listen, he's not...
No, I didn't.
He's not on my list, but him?
Yeah. Well, I just wanted to find out if he was him. This movie, I think that it was, the signs were kind of there that they literally did no early releases for this movie. They were like, critics, don't worry about this one. Like maybe the masses will come out. Drew, from the beginning of football season, those ad spots for him were playing like every other fucking ad that was coming up.
And it was football. And the ads were great.
Billboards all over LA.
Yeah, the billboards were everywhere.
We all saw the two football thing.
Yeah, yeah.
What would you give him out of like 5 stars, let's say? You can do halves.
Ooh. It's a 1.5 or a 2. Honestly, the ending fell flat. I'm not really quite sure what happened there. No character development. I didn't really feel much during that movie, and I was dozing off a little bit, honestly. Hunter, I think you dozed off a bit too.
I did. I was dozing off in the TCL Chinese Theater.
We fell asleep in the best theater in the world, holding hands.
Awesome. It's literally
how cozy is it?
Music video. Not the coziest seats in the world. I mean, it's an old theater house, so it was good though. I mean, it's
a lot of my mutuals on Letterboxd have given it somewhere in that range. A lot of 1.5s. Some 2s, 2.5s.
It's one of those things that I think here's the nicest thing I'll say about him.
Not the right way to start that.
It's a great movie to put on the background at a party and just have it on mute.
What kind of party?
A football party.
You know, like there's like really like
Halloween
fucked up parties.
party? Like a drug.
Yeah. You know the party where there's just like women covered in blood. They're just like dancing around on poles.
There's a lot of those in LA.
Yeah. Okay. So,
Bloody women.
those are like the main. Well, that was where you took me after him. Was you were like, hey, you want to go to the him house?
Yeah.
You want to see
Where
some of
this
that?
actually
You want
happens.
to see some of that shit?
The him house.
It's way better than that.
Any
Any other thoughts on him?
Him was not it. Sorry, guys, don't see it.
Well, you guys were chatting about a little TV catch up. If you want to get into that before we recorded,
Were we?
what I don't know the name of the show. I haven't watched it. The Netflix show,
Yeah, I
the
watched.
Kristen Bell show.
I watched season 2 of Nobody Wants This, which
That's what it is.
really, I mean, great turnover for the show. I'm pretty sure season 1 was last year.
Yeah, it was on your list.
It's just a really interesting mix of things. It's all very familiar, but there isn't a competitor like on television currently. It's a rom-com feel. It feels like a rom-com movie, but it's in sitcom format. Like it's very episodic, but there is a lot of overarching story. And it manages to juggle all that pretty well. And then on top of that, of course, like the other main subject of the show is faith and Judaism in particular in the modern world, which is an insane thing. Like if you told me about that, a show's trying to tackle that while being a rom-com, I'd be like, I mean, that's a lot to chew on. You know what I mean? And I mean, you've seen a little bit of it.
Yeah, if you're not familiar, it's an agnostic sex podcaster and a newly single rabbi fall in love.
He's
So-
doing this off the top for the people just listening, by the way.
Yeah, I'm not reading off the screen or anything. This is obviously my first film podcast.
Go ahead though, because I'm not. What else is it? What is the sell of the show on like IMDb? What are they telling you?
The sell of the show is you've got Adam Brody and Kristen Bell. That's most of it.
Yeah,
it kind of shows a different take on Judaism and modern religion and making that work, which I think is an interesting topic.
it is, and it's. I mean, I don't know. The list of shows that like have any like type of faith in their log line is so short. Like historically up to this moment, like what are we, you know what I mean? And especially a list of good shows, like it just doesn't really happen. And so I'm constantly kind of, even though the show itself, like I said, it has a rom-com feel. Rom-coms generally usually have a ceiling of being like maybe a 7 or an 8. And this is kind of that, but I'm just constantly impressed by the fact that it manages to be that while being so heady and so thoughtful about its subject material. Adam Brody's a guy who has been sort of just in the bullpen for like over a decade now. He was like America's Sweetheart on it was the OC, I think. I always thought he was phenomenal, and I don't know where the fuck he's one of those guys that I think just got lost in the shuffle of becoming an adult actor as opposed to a teenager. He's great. Kristen Bell, obviously, she never stopped from teenager to adulthood, and she is the best actor on the show. She's really, really talented. I love what it does for podcaster visibility. We need this.
Yeah.
We really need this.
Been needing a win.
Honestly, not really, because like her and her sister are absolute shitheads. They suck.
Well, yeah.
And their podcast is about like fucking, they basically like call her daddy.
Yeah.
Nice.
I will say this show has like the highest approval rating amongst just like normal people that I know of any show that I
Yeah,
cover.
it's just like,
and they say
everybody
Jews
loves
run
it.
Hollywood, but that can't be true, right? With a review like that.
Yeah, come on. Yeah.
I'm Jewish, by the way. I'm allowed to say that.
exactly. Yeah. That's why I'm interested to, just generally get your feel on it. Cause I know you've only seen a little bit of it, but it feels like it does a pretty solid job of sort of reckoning the modern world.
Yeah, I mean, most of the chosen people, that's what we call ourselves, the Jews. They like the show. It does us a service, and hey, it's #1 on Netflix. It's good visibility for the Jews these days, so we'll take it.
I heard that just like
There's a lot of bad
the whole
luck going
Jewish
on. I don't know if you're
people-
familiar with that.
I've heard the Jewish, like they feel like they're not being really represented, like not being talked about enough in the news. Like
it is.
Yeah,
It is genuinely. It's just super. I don't know. I every time I watch it, for how light it feels, like I think that's the triumph of the show. You know what I mean? Because it is tackling things that should feel heavy.
hey, what's the Palestine episode, the crossover episode look
You're
like?
thinking of Palestinian Chicken from Curb Your Enthusiasm, which is another banger.
Absolute.
I guess they don't broach that
It
topic.
just
in
no.
the show.
And the more I thought about it, the more I was like, thank fucking God. That just doesn't work in this format, because like I said, it's tackling things that you don't see in this format ever, but it is every episode follows enough of a sitcom format that you feel like you've seen other shows like this. It's almost tricking you because you haven't. And it's so it manages to work. Yeah, like there's a structure that you have seen 1 billion times. It's just not only focused on that structure, like, you know, like a New Girl or another contemporary. So it all manages to work when it really shouldn't, to be honest. We get cool cameos this season from a new cool temple that is run by Seth Rogen and Caper Lant. And they obviously they do great.
How did you feel about Peyton Manning's cameo? did he play a rabbi?
It's a two.
Baruch atah.
My only note is
Baruch atah.
Omaha. Shalom.
Too Hasidic, Peyton. They went too far.
He's got the curly.
Yeah, they give him the curls.
They're under the helmet. Yeah.
Do you think that he shoots all his cameos like in a block?
Yeah.
They're all at like the same restaurant in New York that they're just like, all right, next one out. Come on.
Yeah, Papa John's is kosher. You guys didn't know that.
The biggest shout out in the show has to go to Tim Simons, who we obviously already know is
a king.
He's so good. He gets laughs out of lines that are not even that funny because he's just so funny. He rocks. And he's a physical media collector.
Yeah.
So
listen, he's
close to our hearts.
He's one of our boys. Did he make you like want to go out and like take advantage of the Criterion 50% off sale or like what?
Still going.
It's still for the next month, really.
I'm not partaking. I'm a conscientious objector to the idea that I don't know. You know, the more as time goes on, you guys are proven more right and right with the shit getting deleted from the entire internet. So I can't talk shit anymore.
And isn't it so nice
Knock
to be
yourselves
right
out.
about like one thing in my entire stupid life?
The other day, my internet was just out, and I was like, man, I think I might just pop in a Blu-ray.
Yeah.
And did you?
No, the internet came back.
But he could have.
No. But here's the other. I think last month though, Guy and I were watching Coraline, and guess what it was doing? It was fucking buffering, and I was like, "Fuck this!" And so I stopped it, and I went and busted out the Blu-ray of it. And then you know what? I upgraded, and I got.
You had put it on knowing you did.
No,
have the
no.
Blu-ray.
Actually, it was on Freeform. Maybe it wasn't Coraline. I don't remember, but we had Freeform on the TV, just like playing holiday shit,
Okay.
and then it started buffering. And so I said, fuck that. We're not doing that
Speaking of Criterion, do you want to share your budget for the Criterion? I think you said you're at $480. You're trying to narrow down.
Well, it's a 50% off sale. So
$240.
So it was 1,000. Yeah.
So I was trying to keep it under 200.
Yeah.
But yeah, the value would have been a $400 purchase, half off.
Some of the titles you were listing were a little sus, like Cinderella. Is that really worth? Like, what were your,
Hey, that's a classic. Well, no, it's the 20.
No, I mean, I want some blind spots. I want Last Temptation of Christ. I want Sorcerer.
Okay.
See, but the thing is that if you're getting into the problem that I'm finding myself in is there was just a big Paramount sale on a different site. I think it's Movies Unlimited, and
what the hell?
All of these movies, it was a huge 4K sale, like 4K movies for $8.78 each. That's an insane price. So guess what I did? I had to upgrade all my Mission Impossibles from 4K from Blu-ray to 4K. I had to upgrade the Godfather series from Blu-ray to 4K. And yeah, did I spend $100 on movies that I already own? Yes, but now I have like the best possible version of it.
Are you going to re-review all the movies now that you've seen them in 4K?
Yep. I'm going to talk about the difference.
Yep.
That just reminded me of when we did our Rain Man episode. And we did a bit of like Criterion guy, Rain Man Criterion guy. That was really good.
The 4K restoration is not quite out yet. Of course.
Naturally.
I wanted to say one other thing about Nobody Wants This. That you guys were talking about rom-coms, right? Like the whole phenomenon. There seems to be a phenomenon happening right now of a demand being met for the rom-com. Like we've been starved as an audience for over a decade from this very particular type of story. And I think Nobody Wants This has been probably the most successful, but it's weird that it's a television show. But I've been catching a lot of trailers and stuff for movies like Regretting You, All of You. There's
Regretting You looks awful. The movie looks terrible.
Well, I haven't seen any of these, but there seems to be an interest in funding and casting and putting up these.
Well, there always was.
It's
been relegated a lot of the time to teen content. That has never stopped. The rom-com teen content.
All of you is with the guy from Ted Lasso.
No, that's what I'm saying is like we're getting an influx of like adult shit when like it's been going on. It just got stuck in like the minor league for a minute.
Well, I think that also there is a little bit of, at least usually like twice a year, there is a rom-com that breaks through. So there's less of them in mass that there normally used to be. But the thing is that even if they don't have the big, what was the Blake Lively movie from last year?
Yeah.
And that was like based off of a best-selling novel.
Very controversial.
It had the controversy behind it, which is good for box office. But even if they don't make a shit ton of money in theaters,
it ends with us.
It ends with us. That's what it is. Those actually do have a good second life on streaming, that whether Netflix is funding it and making it themselves and putting $30 million into it, or it is just getting bought and then put onto Netflix, it's great for just, again, couples, date nights, whatever. Just throw on something. You don't really have to think about the messages or the meanings. They're probably going to end up together, whatever. Everything's going to happy well.
Let me bring up one more thing, and then I want you guys to talk about Bugonia for a little bit, and I will go pee. Full disclosure, everybody.
You're going to pee for 45 minutes.
I've been watching the new season of Black Mirror in the year of our Lord 2025.
Wow.
Wait, there's another season of Black. They're still cranking it out.
It is.
Have you been keeping up? Did you skip a few?
Yeah, I've definitely skipped a few. It is so not relevant anymore in any way.
Well, we are
in a way that it really should be, because again, it's chewing on ideas that are so cool and so big. Charlie Brooker, his best use is as an idea guy, and then he should hand off that idea to another writer, because they're staking claim on so many of the best modern sci-fi ideas for a movie that you could possibly have, and then doing just like a medium amount with it.
Yeah,
and
he really sold his soul with that Netflix deal
to watch. Like even the better episodes, there's an episode that I think is super solid and has a very Twilight Zone-y feel. You still are left thinking, wow, like give me an extra half hour and let a little bit more subtle writer have a go in the script. Yeah. And we got ourselves something serious here. It's just, it frustrates me. It's the same feeling I have watching Black Museum within Black Mirror, because it's like, oh, cool. So you're burning 5 episode ideas for no reason in one episode. And I like that episode.
Yeah, so this is why the holiday Black Mirror with John Hamm works so well. Have you guys seen White Christmas?
We had a power outage.
The show carries a lot less weight when no one's watching it. Do you know what I mean?
Well, I've heard people like the Paul Giamatti one, right? I have a Rashida Jones one.
So there's the first episode of the season is a Rashida Jones, Chris O'Dowd episode. Yeah. Great actors. It is such a bad episode of TV. Oh, it is the most phoned in. The second that they give you you can watch the first act and be like, all right, I get it. You know what I mean? Everything they do beyond that point is exactly what you think. And that is a death knell for Black Mirror. That is the best indicator on if it's a good episode or not, because the best Black Mirrors have a little bit of a Twilight Zone thing where you're truly confused for the whole thing. And then maybe you find out at the end, because Charlie Brooker loves really delivering the message, but most of the episodes are like that. It feels like there's one that truly, leaves you in like a bit of a confused place. And I really enjoyed it, even though it's not an incredible episode because of that.
Which one?
I think it's the second one. It's called like Bête Noire.
Okay.
It's a fun story. It feels like it, if it came out like 9 years ago, we'd be like, damn, that's crazy. Maybe I need to just smoke weed.
Yeah. Get back to the college days of,
I think that would help.
Watching Black Mirror.
You were a lot happier then.
It's just frustrating because he's just eating up a whole lot of ideas that could be really something,
I guess the cool thing about Black Mirror is you could just fire up one episode,
Absolutely.
And you don't have to devote yourself to like the entire thing.
And the lengths really vary. So last night we were like, oh, let's watch one. And, the next one we had up was an hour 17. I was like, no. And so we watched one that was like 46 minutes. And we watched it and I was like, wow, that should have been an hour 17. But that, regardless.
Well, speaking of sci-fi television, I really want to tell you guys a little bit about Pluribus. So I don't want to go too long about it. I'm not going to say anything about like what the show is about. I don't want to reveal the premise because
Ben said he had the log line spoiled. Is the log line spoiled?
Yeah, the marketing has done a really good job of like not telling you what this show is actually about.
Yeah, and also, Apple is not great at marketing anyway.
Right.
So, well, yeah, there's
so that helps
chicken or the egg kind of thing there.
the logline that they've been pushing is that Ray Seahorn plays the world's most miserable woman who's saving the world from happiness. But that's not what the show is. That's not like the plot of the show.
I mean, that doesn't give you much of anything, So.
So I'm not going to reveal anything, but I just want to tell you guys that I am like obsessed with this show. Wow. This is like extremely up my alley. It's Vince Gilligan. It's his follow-up to Breaking Bad, to Better Call Saul. He is doing his best Damon Lindelof ripoff. Oh, here. There are so many shades of Lost and The Leftovers in this show that are just tickling my brain in ways that I haven't felt probably since The Leftovers. I mean, Station 11 reminds me a little bit of this, that feeling of like, just getting in my thoughts, getting in my feels, really, really captivating me in a way that I haven't in a very long time. Also, little bit of Lord and Miller, little bit of Last Man on Earth.
Oh, I mean, just that
little
bit.
Yeah.
Last Man on Earth,
Yeah.
Just Last Man on Earth.
But
You're like Lego Movie.
Yeah. No, for real though. A little Lego movie.
It's that like wacky?
A little bit
zany?
Yes, wow. A little bit. Yeah, the balance of tone here is really interesting.
If you like the Lego movie, watch Pluribus.
Why isn't Apple doing this? Come on, it's right
Lego
there.
Batman, watch the comedian movie with Will Arnett.
Yeah, there you go.
So there's so many brilliant moments and scenes and choices that
one up in,
two. They dropped two.
They dropped two at once.
Yeah.
And then what is it going to be, one from here on out?
I believe so. Yes.
I kind of like that. Okay.
Are there any like return to X-Files elements or sci-fi?
I'm not the biggest X-Files head, but this is a sci-fi show.
Like the company just unsubscribed from Waban.
Well, Vince Gilligan has mentioned X-Files a lot when talking about this show because that's where he cut his teeth on like writing episodic television, and he likes the fact that Scully and Mulder are heroes.
Yeah,
they're what I mean. And then he went on to make two shows about like horrible people. Right. And it was a big goal of his to write something with a hero. Well,
Kim Wexler, the character that Ray Seahorn plays in Better Call Saul is kind of the closest thing to a hero. So you're kind of lifting out that performance and building a whole show around her. There's so much in here that I just think is genius, that I think is brilliant, that I think is exceptional. I think that this not only has a chance to be my show of the year, this has a chance to be like my show of the decade.
What the hell?
Wow.
Yeah.
God damn, 2 eps in.
2 eps in. A lot could go wrong. Yeah. A lot could
I'm shocked to hear this because Better Call Saul and Breaking Bad are both like some of our favorite shows of the last ever. But usually, especially thinking of Better Call Saul, Vince Gilligan likes to take his time. He likes to really like let you sit with it. So I'm shocked that this is how
Ernest loves that shit. He eats that shit up. He loves being confused.
Okay, no, but Ernest did not have every single year Better Call Saul in your like top 5.
I feel like you did.
I think I did.
Oh, well, then maybe not. Okay, maybe it was just us then. So I was like, all right, I need like plot to happen here before I can.
let me. There's a couple choices that Gilligan makes here that are really, really genius because he understands the framework of television and what we expect from our shows and the place that a show like this can sort of take up in the collective consciousness. I thought a lot about Severance watching this and the place that Severance has. It's not just because it's also an Apple TV show, but
I saw a comparison on Twitter that was in Pluribus's favor over Severance.
That's what I'm getting at, is that when we talk about Severance, we talk a lot about how similar it is to something like Lost. And the fact that when Lost was on, the whole conversation, or one of the main conversations, was questions, was mystery, was people wanting to get to the end of this road of questions and wanting answers. And Severance operates in that similar space of you going a season, 2 seasons of desperately wanting answers. And I think that, Vince Gilligan is not necessarily thinking specifically about Severance, but he's thinking about what kind of place his show is going to have in the collective conversation. And one of the brilliant choices that this show does in its opening 2 hours is it gives you answers. It just tells you what is happening.
Disperse
right out
the mystery
gate.
box element of it all right away.
And then you can move on to really interesting philosophical questions that are so fascinating. And my mind has been racing thinking about this show nonstop since I watched it. I am just endlessly fascinated and obsessed by this premise and everything that it's exploring and everything that is implying and all the ripple effects. And of course, it's expertly shot and edited and acted and constructed and all of it.
Is it much of an ensemble, or is it just mostly Rhea?
Yeah.
There are other actors in the show.
I mean, yeah, but like, you know what I mean? Though, like, are we?
I don't want to say too much.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
The show is built around her. She is the core of the show. There's other things happening.
I haven't even looked at the cast. Like, is there anyone where you're like, oh, hell yeah?
No. So far, no. So far, I don't recognize anybody else.
What the hell?
Yeah.
Let's go.
Major recommendation. It's Pluribus. It's on Apple TV. Don't call it Apple TV Plus.
That was the problem solved, guys.
That was actually the only reason why they weren't getting subs. People were getting confused by the Plus.
It's a lock for my top 10. It's a lock for my top 5.
Lock is 2 episodes into a 9-episode season.
It might be a lock for my top 1.
This is crazy.
It's
nowhere.
This is crazy.
The Pit found dead in a ditch. Jesus. Just,
I'm over the moon.
The Pit isn't
over the moon.
Oh wait, it is this year.
It is this year.
My God, Ernest.
Yeah.
Dethroning the.
I fucking love the Pit. This is unreal how good this is.
I do what you just said about like the way that it kind of disperses with the mystery box of it all. That is very intriguing for me. And I think that is the right move to do, because listeners of this podcast know that sometimes I find the mystery box framework to be a little bit frustrating, not because of the mystery box itself, but once a show inevitably finds the need to explain the mystery box and is inherently not nearly as interesting as what you imagine in your mind. That is the single biggest problem with season 2 of Severance. And that's the problem with a lot of these shows. That's the problem I have with Lost as it goes on, is we start to kind of, that's the big reveal thing. And it's never going to be as satisfying as you want it to be. So the fact that you just said that, like, we're just kind of going to get this out here now, and now we can focus on the characters. We can focus on the people, on what the grander meanings are. There's
still room to theorize. They don't give you everything.
You still feel like a sense of mystery.
Yes. Like the answers are just enough to kind of set a baseline, but there's still room, for some gray area in there. And I think the other big thing is the show. Obviously, it's not going to be for everyone. There's going to be detractors. But as you click into it, it just feels like a just entertaining television program that you want to spend time in this world every week. All right. Just that baseline of like, I want to tune in and I want to hang out in this world. It's there. And it's there perfectly.
I'm going to watch it.
I'm here for it.
I already was, but
yeah.
Do they explain what pluribus means in the first episode?
No, but it's a Latin word, and it means,
thank you so much.
It's in between E and unum.
Yeah.
Okay. You guys know what Bugonia means?
Bugonia.
Hey, he's doing the heavy lifting here.
Bugs on ya.
My God.
What is that a word?
A fly. It's a part of, I think it's Greek mythology, that flies can be birthed out of like a cow carcass. Look it up.
What the? I thought it was like a flower.
I think
the begonias are looking great
this might have been a
spring.
Sora video that I saw and I believed it.
So
that's way too smart to be a Sora
Bugonia
video.
is from Greek mythology, Yorgos, right? A folk practice in the ancient Mediterranean region based on the belief that bees were spontaneously generated from a cow carcass.
I love that.
Holy shit.
Oh my God.
I'm gonna go pee again. I haven't seen the movie, and I'm frustrated with myself for that. I elected on date night to instead see One Battle a second time, and I don't regret that, to be honest.
Well, yeah,
because,
I mean, is that so bad? Yeah.
Theaters, it's a theater thing.
Few small beers, baby.
I'm seeing it this weekend. I'll catch you guys later. Don't think that I'm staying silent, because I would never stay silent about my gang, my fucking Yorgos and Emma power couple.
We'll keep it brief.
Congrats, guys.
Yeah.
We shouldn't do a full spoiler.
No, I to be honest, I have lots of like non-spoiler thoughts. I know Drew just scampered away into the night, that we're never going to see him again. But I don't know. Like, a lot of my feelings about Bugonia could be summed up before you get to the last chunk of the movie. Overall, well, Ben, let me ask you, what did you think about Bugonia?
I liked it.
Yeah,
I had some issues.
Where are you at with Yorgos, like as a filmmaker? Have you seen some of his other work, or?
So my father has not shut up about The Lobster.
Nice.
He's a huge Lobster fan. I have not seen it. List some of the other Yorgos movies for me.
The Favorite.
Poor Things.
Poor Things I've seen. I'm a fan. My only issue, well, are we doing a spoiler free? Is this?
Yeah, let's do spoiler free. We can do some spoiler thoughts.
I liked everything except for the ending. I won't say what the ending is. I thought it was a little...
It lost you.
It was a little... I wish there was a little more to it. It's hard for me to explain what I hated without giving it away. But, what would you guys think?
I loved it. I mean, I think this is one of the best movies of the year. I think Plemons, Stone, the extended casts are all top notch. I love the look of it. It's like very saturated, lots of reds and yellows in here. I wouldn't say it's my favorite Yorgos. Poor Things was my #1 movie of that year, and The Favorite is probably like right underneath that in the Yorgos ranking. But I'd probably put this #3. It doesn't clear all the way to the top, but it gets close. I think that there's a lot of interesting ideas here in terms of just where we're at as a species and as a society and as a country. If you're talking about America specifically, with Yorgos is not, but
it's easy to relate to some of those characters. Like, we all know someone like some of these people,
Yeah, the conspiracy brain of it all. The corporate speak.
He's saying that this movie isn't about America. This is a movie that's about America.
Absolutely.
It reminded me, it kind of reminded me a lot of Eddington in many ways. One thing that I've been thinking about a lot since seeing Bugonia, which I agree is not my favorite Yorgos movie. I think The Favorite's probably my #1. And then Poor Things, The Lobster. The Lobster I might have like probably in the same tier as this. Really love that movie too. But this movie definitely feels closer to something like Killing of a Sacred Deer and The Lobster than to Poor Things. Like, this is much more smaller.
I did not realize he was Killing of a Sacred Deer. Yeah. Incredible.
That movie is a wild time. If you've like never seen the Yorgos movie and you're like, are they like bad at acting? What's happening right now? The affectation of this.
Why are they talking like that?
Nobody has ever talked like this.
Some of those Barry Keoghan scenes.
Oh, it's great. But I think that one thing that I have been thinking about a lot with this movie, and this movie is something that like has become a little bit of shorthand between my wife and I, of like, this thing is giving Bugonia, whether it's hearing somebody give corporate speak of like, I hear what you are saying.
Let's make space.
Let's make let's have a conversation about this. Like, that is something that if you have ever worked in like a corporate America writ large, then you recognize the character that Emma Stone is portraying. But also, one of the main ideas that is in this movie is that it's not always about being right about something. Like, you can be right about something and still completely be disconnected from everything around you, because at the end of the day, like, that is not going to get you anywhere just because you have the right ideas on something.
Yeah, I think the other big thing too is this notion of the conspiracy of it all, right? And why, like, I kept thinking about QAnon and like why these people fall into these holes of conspiracy. And the Jesse Plemons character is someone who comes from trauma and loss to some extent, and there's a lot of pain fueling his descent into these conspiracies. And the way the movie sort of takes that and runs with it and builds this incredible character, I think he gives one of the performances of the year. And I think that where the movie sort of goes and the revelations at the end, it shows you how somebody like this sort of fails and yet doesn't. Mm-hmm. Right. It's a phenomenal movie.
I'm interested to know that you did not like the ending because I really loved the way that it ended.
I felt I wanted more of that ending. I wanted that ending to start earlier.
No, that's fair. That's fair. I like the way that it turned. I mean, if you've seen any Yorgos movie, you know that sometimes he likes to literalize things. Like he likes to really kind of go for it. And that is one thing that I'm happy for, is that this is a movie that it goes for it. It is a very funny movie. Like I was almost kind of taken back by like how humorous it really was until as you were kind of like sitting with it and as the movie goes on, it strikes a really delicate balance between like having moments that really make you laugh out loud. And then if you think about it for like half a second, just kind of being suffocated by how bleak it all feels. Like how
there's some terrifying scenes mixed in there too, right?
Yeah. And just kind of there's this overwhelming sense of dread to everything. And that is like one of the thematic through lines that like I think is really effective in Bugonia. This is not the first time that he has kind of played off of that. But what's interesting with this movie is thinking about, well, I guess you haven't seen The Favorite, but you have seen Poor Things, where the last couple of movies he's been very interested in doing like this super gothic backdrop to everything, like making everything, the costume design, the production design to everything. A lot of like, if they aren't period pieces, feel otherworldly. And this is the first movie since Killing of a Sacred Deer that feels of this world.
What about Kinds of Kindness? Did you see that?
Yeah, I guess Kinds of Kindness is of this world. I'm going to be honest. I keep forgetting that Kinds of Kindness exists because that movie feels more like a Reddit writer's prompt idea of a movie than it felt like a real movie.
Hot take.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Sorry. It's, Kinds of Kindness was fine for what it was, but also write a full movie. Thank you.
Did you guys hear about this bald screening of Bugonia that happened?
What?
Yeah, Ben just came straight from it.
I was inspired by her haircut, so I copied it.
Yeah. I thought that she copied you.
Yeah, it was a screening where you got in free if you buzzed your head.
Well, if you were already bald, and they also had someone.
Yeah, and they also would buzz your head, but then
at the screening.
But then something. I think they like ran out of time, so they just started giving people bald caps. So the people in front of them were like, "What the hell?"
It's just so funny.
Yeah. I got to get back in. I got to work in marketing. That's a 6-figure idea.
Yeah. Come on, focus. All right. So now let's talk about this special product segment that we have here. This is an honor. This is a privilege to be able to unveil this brand new. I mean, how would you call this? Let's flip it over to you, Ben. Like, tell us the story, elevator pitch of what this is. It's called Slapstick. Mm-hmm. I keep wanting to call it Sunstick. It's not Sunstick. It's Slapstick.
Sunstick isn't a fucking word already.
Don't say. You might owe somebody else money for saying Sunstick. Yeah. They're not sponsoring this. It's Slapstick. It's an SPF 30 sunscreen stick. You might be familiar with sunscreen lotions. A little goopy. This is sunscreen, like more like a deodorant size factor. The idea was born out of my uncle actually passing away from skin cancer a few years ago.
And therefore Brett's uncle too.
Yeah, so Brett used his half to get a house, which might have been the better financial decision. But I used it to...
That's a selfish fucking asshole.
Yeah, come on.
Move by Brett.
Honestly, Brett, we're not happy about that decision.
We need to talk.
Yeah. I actually saw the house yesterday. It's beautiful. Oh. But yeah, it was born out of, my uncle passing away, using the money to create a product that I thought would resonate more with people like us, like active men, boys, even young children, to try to make sun protection a daily habit. You don't realize it, but if you're getting skin cancer, it's not because you went to the beach in the summer. It's because you walked your dog every day. It's because you it's because you were in the car for an hour in a commute, and just making these things more regular. Mm-hmm. I think there's a little bit of a deficit in, at least in those that identify as males, with sun protection.
It's true. I think particularly the daily use SPF thing has caught on way quicker with women than it has with men, because most women already have a pre-existing skincare routine that guys don't.
Yeah, even just like something like a moisturizer, a daily moisturizer might have some level of SPF protection in it, and most men do not daily moisturize in the same way.
No, and a lot of sunscreens are packaged like makeup. They're more geared towards like the feminine routine. So there just needs to be more. I think male skincare is projected to grow 400% over the next 4 years. And
as Korea.
Yes.
Going absolutely ape shit over there. The skincare stuff.
The K-beauty trend is real. It's making skincare more accessible for men. And yeah, I hope Slapstick is a part of making that routine an everyday thing. You know, everybody here has the right complexion for needing sunscreen.
What the fuck is that supposed to mean?
Thank you.
It means none of you have been to the beach in quite a while, Drew. I'm looking. You are pink.
Oh man, yeah. I was outside a lot yesterday, and I did use sunscreen, and I still got a little bit pink because I didn't use enough. But I literally was the one who brought the sunscreen. I was like, guys, we're doing big food giveaways.
I will say, I will say that I am definitely somebody who needs to use something like this. I usually get freckles, like I don't get moles, but skin cancer does run in my family. My wife of the pod, Gaia, my alabaster wife, she burns by just like walking outside because she is as white as a ghost, and I love her for that. But because of her, like she'll be like, use sunscreen. But then it's the oiliness. It's like it's either it's that or it's like it's the spray, and then I'm always getting it in my eyes and in my mouth, mostly because I like
smell,
to go,
the stink, the chemical of it all.
Yeah, so the chemicals, that's something that we should probably talk about. So this is what we call a mineral-based sunscreen. It does not use what are known as chemical active ingredients. These can get into breast milk if your wife might be breastfeeding. They can get into your hormones, testosterone. And chemical sunscreens, they don't actually even block the sun. They are the sun rays are still getting into your body, but the chemicals kind of scramble those rays. Whereas mineral-based sunscreens create a thin little waterproof barrier, not all natural, but avoiding like chemical active ingredients. And it's something that I don't think a lot of folks kind of understand. You don't want to be putting chemicals on your largest organ every day. Yeah.
So I have the product here. If you're not watching, if you're just listening, it is like a chapstick, but way fatter,
but thick. It's like a thick size wise. It's right in between chapstick and deodorant.
It's black. It says Slapstick. There's a cool little sun.
The sun is getting slaps. That's the Slapstick, right? You notice he's getting a little hit.
It says sun protection is no joke.
Yes.
It says vanilla bean scent, non-nano zinc oxide. I guess that's the active ingredient.
That's the active ingredient, which is mineral based. You know, a lot of the issue I think with men is also it just smells terrible. That's why we get some vanilla bean scent in there.
It smells like vanilla.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah, it's got like
Give it a sniff. Give it a taste. Don't give it a taste. And you might be wondering, so it's SPF 30. You might be wondering, why is it not SPF 50 or 70 or 100? And most folks don't know SPF is actually a nonlinear scale. SPF 30 blocks 97% of sun rays. What would you guess SPF 50 blocks?
Like fucking like 97.5 or something.
It's 98. So what companies do for 1% more efficacy, they charge you a lot more. And that SPF 50 is a lot thicker. It's harder to use. So this is really provides like a really thin waterproof coat that doesn't have. Actually, Hunter, you put it on. You need it.
Let me put this on.
Guy, if you're watching, we finally got him to do it.
God,
the idea,
this goes on so smooth.
The idea is to basically do the face.
It's mostly face and arms, yeah. So it's a relatively small product. It's meant to just be put in the glove compartment of your car. Throw it on when you're on a long drive, or maybe you're gaming all day next to a window. Throw some on your face.
That's nice,
right?
So let me ask a couple questions here. So let's say I am a dirty man and I forget to apply. And I go and I spend a day outside, and then I'm like, oh wait, I have that cool new Sunstick in my car.
It's too late. You've already died because you didn't put it on.
I'm sorry. Is it gonna like be some kind of like almost like aloe, like help with a sunburn potentially?
No, you put the shit on so you don't get the sunburn.
Yeah, you need to. Your order of operations is a little off. I mean, there's a little bit of moisturization there, but
in his fantasy, he's already fucking up.
Yeah,
you really
process.
This is like, so here's the thing. I'm riddled with skin cancer already.
Pretty much the only
you do about that.
The only instructions on the box are to wear it before you go outside. So just make sure you.
But I'm saying if I don't, and then I catch some sun, and then I apply it afterwards.
It'll stop worse shit from happening.
Yeah.
You got to stop it everyone. Have you ever seen the pictures of like someone who's been a trucker for like 50 years and their left arm is like fried because it's just sitting there
from the window?
Yeah. Not even the window open. But yeah, that's what I'm thinking. It's a daily thing that like we're all too stupid to remember most of the time, unless like there's literally a product that says, hey, remember this.
So how much can you talk about in terms of like the process of making this? Like, I know there's probably some proprietary stuff you can't talk about, but what can you say about what goes into making something like this?
Making a sunscreen is pretty challenging. So most of the sunscreens on the market, they're just white labeling, formulas that have already been made by bigger companies, throwing like a sticker on it and some branding. I thought it was real important to create a new product that fixed some of the issues with existing, like heavy white cast on your face, like having white streaks, the smell. So it actually took close to a year to develop this product. To do a new sunscreen, it has to be tested by 2 different laboratories to test waterproofing. There's literally sunscreen on someone's arm, put underwater for the full 80 minutes. And every time you want to change an ingredient, you have to retest it. And if it doesn't work, you got to pay for it all over again.
Ernest is just like lathering himself.
It's nice.
He hasn't stopped this whole time.
It's really nice. It feels good.
Can I get a close-up of this? I need to use this.
The
ladies are going to love
It's
it.
like a half hour.
Yeah.
It's just like soothing.
I'm going to guess that you don't need to do as much as you are doing.
It's like cooling me down.
It doesn't like double up by just doing.
He's been rubbing it for like 4 minutes. I don't think any of it's on his face.
Yeah.
You don't want to push too hard. I'll skip too much. No, you got it. You got it.
Like once the film is on there, it's there.
I hate to admit it, but honestly, the streakiness really bothers me with a lot of SPF products. And then there's going to be an amount with any sunscreen, but having I don't see shit on Ernie, and he has, I think, the most amount you could ever have on a face right now.
He's got enough on for a couple of years. Actually, you do need to reapply every 80 minutes.
Honestly,
you're like legally, I do need to tell you that every 80.
Yeah, I'm getting sued as we speak.
I mean, honestly, props to you for saying that, because that's the other biggest misconception with sunscreen that I've had to learn, because my dad has insane amounts of skin cancer, is you got to keep putting the shit on. You can't go to the beach and then just put it on and then
you're there for 8 hours
or put it on and immediately get in the water.
So that's another thing with the chemical sunscreens. They actually take time to activate, sometimes up to 10 to 15 minutes. So most people are putting on the chemical sunscreens and they're already out of the pool by the time the sunscreen starts to activate. This is, it's creating like a thin mineral barrier. And, that issue with the white cast and the streaking is usually companies making their sunscreens a little looser, a little wetter, so that more comes off on your face. So you end up over applying. You look like a ghost, or just like Hunter naturally looks. And you need to use,
Hey, that's just my wife. I think that I'm a bronze icon.
Based on how you're talking about
I hear Gaia laughing.
You seem to think that you're not pale.
Well,
we're all pretty pale.
I love my alabaster co-host.
Just a little porcelain doll over here.
I should be putting on more sunscreen.
I'm going to tell you what this is doing. I'm putting this on and I'm putting this in my golf bag immediately, because here's the thing is that
Callahan, if you're listening.
Callaway.
Ben's a big golfer.
Callahan's just like a guy who golfs on the weekends.
Shout out to my college friend Callahan.
This is a great golf product.
That's what I'm saying, is like, this is just immediately going in a golf bag because it doesn't have the big streaks. It's not going to make me greasy. And here's the thing. I can apply this, and guess where it's not going? All over my hands before I grab a thing. That's the worst part about whenever I'm spraying out there.
Wow.
Is even if I'm doing the spray, I still have to like lather my arm and everything. And then my hand's all fucking greasy. I throw the club. I hit the lady next to us. I'm going to jail for assault. I won't have to go to jail.
Club slips out of your hand. This is, it's great for sports. It's waterproof for 80 minutes for you sweaty guys out there working out. It's a good product for that.
It's the daily use thing. I have to, that's the thing you got to incorporate, because I always forget that, like, I have a dog now. I walk it like in a fucking hour a day, and I'm just out there. We're in Orlando. It sucks here. It's so hot and sunny. I fucking hate it.
Even when they tell us like, oh, it's getting cooler, there's a cold front. 80 degrees outside, blazing sun.
I'm cool, genuinely going to give one of these to my dad also, because he's had a ton of skin cancer, so I let it slide. The way his face looks when he puts whatever the fuck he has on his face is like unacceptable.
No.
It's like
prescription level.
It's like a joke. Like you'd be like, okay, seriously.
Like Emma Stone Bugonia look.
Yeah. I haven't seen it. I have seen the way yes. Like, it's absolutely nuts. So Leonard, good things coming.
Yeah.
We got one for you,
Christmas
Leonard.
around the corner.
So
or whatever you celebrate.
How possible is it to do variations on this? Like, do you foresee having different types of products in the same sort of packaging?
Yeah, I like the form factor. There's going to be probably different scents, different strengths, and also we will eventually come out with a lotion and a chapstick. It's just difficult to do the product development quickly because there's so much testing involved, and it's a pricey.
It's an independent product too. Like you aren't having like Pfizer fund this.
This is not sponsored by Pfizer.
Okay, yeah.
Good.
Yeah. For that reason, I would like to offer $220,000 for 15%. But I will get a royalty of 1 cent for every sunscreen
He's
sold.
Sharks.
It.
Yeah.
That is the goal. Let's get on Shark Tank, right?
You'd go on Shark Tank for this?
I'm gonna apply for the summer season.
Okay.
Do it.
Cover
I would love
right
to
now.
see you
Maybe.
on there.
I need what's his name? The guy Mark Cuban's got a sports team.
Yeah.
We got
Well, not
QVC.
anymore.
He lose it?
He did sell the Dallas
I
Mavericks.
think he also
so.
left Shark Tank, which is crazy.
So like, what is he doing? Running for
the
president?
RX
Genuinely,
stuff?
I've been
He's just
holding
running
on to the
for
take that I think he's going to run for office. Seriously, he's starting to talk more and more. Anyway, Mr. Wonderful, horrible guy.
He's on Marty Supreme.
Hey,
I would take his money.
Absolutely.
I would give him 20%.
They usually
wait,
want,
no, Drew, can you retake that again? Mr. Wonderful is up. Beautiful person.
Well, you could just use wonderful from what I just said.
Mr. Wonderful is
And
up.
just
Wonderful.
copy paste.
Usually they ask for a big like record of sales. So we're gonna crank those numbers up, listeners. All right. Get in
Mr.
here.
Wonderful is like, oh, you mean from We Bought a Mic? Are you that guy?
Is he a listener?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Wow.
he's big into film now because he's in Marty
Yeah.
Supreme coming out soon.
Apparently he's good.
I've heard he's great in it. He's such a piece of shit.
Insane.
So sunscreen, I think, has not been properly represented in pop culture.
Yeah, cigarettes in every movie. It's
Right.
fucked up. Coca-Cola and all of them killing our children. I think though that the best way to get word out about a product is unfortunately it's product placement, but you only see established, the biggest brands in the world in movies. But what if we could go back and make things better? I'm not saying we're going to use Sora to do
Hell
this,
no.
but what if we did retroactively add slapstick into some movies where they could have used it?
Yeah.
Now we're talking.
So we're gonna try to build a little, maybe not a top 10, maybe a top 5.
The top 100.
Yeah. I mean, speak for yourself.
The Sun's in a lot of movies. You'd be surprised.
It's technically every movie.
Yeah.
Almost.
Except Titanic, apparently, right?
Well, Titanic, it is mostly at night, so I don't know if this protects against moon rays.
I actually have an SPF 0 coming out for at night.
Oh, okay. Well, there you go.
Did you fall for that? Wow.
No.
Not real.
Well, are you protecting from the moon? Or
Yeah, moonlight, you don't realize you're actually more at risk from the moon than you are for
I have moon cancer surging through my body.
This is another lawsuit for me. Just usage in the daylight.
So not a heavy rank here, a loose rank.
We just got to brainstorm. You know what I mean? We need to brainstorm on where we can stick this sunscreen.
The
I
slapstick.
think there's a couple obvious ones, right? So like,
So I wanted to see like if we could divide it between movies and TV, because you guys were rattling off some ideas from movies right before we started recording. So I'll let you take those. I have a couple TV ideas that I think would be incredible. So if all your pitches are for movies, I'll wait for mine until after.
We've been devising, but I think that there are plenty of ways that we could stick this in.
Mm-hmm.
What do you got?
I mean, I think the obvious one, keep it, we just did a series on the films of Tom Hanks, Castaway.
Mm-hmm.
My boy is frying out there. He's
For
getting
years.
blisters up on his goddamn face.
Beef jerky skin, man.
Yeah.
Terrible.
He is, maybe he opens the FedEx package earlier.
Which is already product placement.
He has, so the whole device of the movies, he has the one that he doesn't open. He has two, and he decides to open one.
And that was
And it's sunscreen.
yeah, that's what I would have sponsored that. It's full of slapstick. The movie could have been an hour shorter.
Yeah.
I'm not saying Castaway was too long, but yeah.
He could have survived a little bit better. Maybe he wouldn't have gone as crazy. Maybe Wilson wouldn't have been kicked out so harshly.
There's a really great draft with the fourth act of Castaway where he gets skin cancer in his 60s.
When he comes back, his skin looks kind of fine, Like how's he? How's he getting there? It's probably because he actually had access to some skincare.
Yeah, maybe he was. Yeah, he was. It was just off screen the whole time. You created this product in 1999, right? But you only just gave it to
He's
Tom
been sitting
Hanks.
on it.
Yeah, it's been in development since I was 9 years old.
Okay, cool. Yeah, good.
Yep.
What are some other good uses?
All right. What about Mad Max Fury Road? They're out there on these vehicles in the blistering heat.
The whole Mad Max universe.
Yeah.
That
Furiosa.
the thing is, on the list of things that are killing those guys, it probably isn't super high.
Do you think that they're living long enough to get skin cancer?
Exactly.
Charlize Theron is the color of an Oompa Loompa in that movie, right?
That's
Right?
She needs those boys are like drinking gasoline, like applying.
Yes, they don't have a problem with chemical sunscreens probably then if they're doing the gasoline shots.
You know, that does kind of seem like something that a Morton Joe would be into. He'd be like, everybody, like, don't get addicted to water, but also be mindful of the sun's harmful rays.
80 minutes, guys.
All right, let's talk about one of Hunter's picks, 127 hours.
Yeah, so my thing is, like, again, 127 hours, a film that we all know, movie where man drink his own pee, based on true story, and he gets wedged between the two rocks. And yeah, is he without water? Yes. Is he without food? Yes. He's also kind of frying out there in the water. Like, he is frying. And here's the thing. One of his arms is pinned. That's why he's stuck there. Look, do you want to demonstrate
one
right here?
hand.
Look at this.
You can still apply with one hand.
You got one hand. That's all that you need.
And
Wow.
and doing it every 80 minutes over the course of 127 hours. I did the math. Roughly, we're talking 95 applications during the movie, all filmed.
I think there's enough in here for that.
I was gonna say that's
Should we
a
test it?
stick. Yeah, did you test
There'd
it?
be
For
plenty left.
It has the 127 hours.
Yeah, we need.
There's only so much of his body that is currently being exposed. He's in a crevice, so the sun is only hitting at a very specific time.
All the estimates include 2 arms, so I actually haven't done any research on a single arm individual.
Do you just like slice it in half, like double it?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I've heard that it's a really good idea to get James Franco to sponsor your product right now. I've heard he's doing great.
Do we think that Leatherface always looked that way in Texas Chainsaw Massacre?
Oh, you think that was?
I think that maybe if he would have, yeah, I think that like sun kind of scorched his face a little bit, and so then he was just like, I have to resort to putting another guy's face on my face. Another guy who did apply slapstick before I chopped him up into bits.
Well, but maybe that's an instance where, he could have become a nicer man, and then the events of the film don't transpire, and then we don't get one of the most classic horror films of all time.
So just to be clear, you're anti-slapstick in the case of Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Specifically in the case of Texas Chainsaw.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's okay. Let's do one more movie. Let's wrap it up with the movies. Dune. If I could have one sponsorship, I want Timothée Chalamet on the Sandworm, applying some slapstick.
How hard is the sun in that like fucking galaxy hitting them on that planet? Their UV problem might be crazy, and they don't even know it.
Yeah,
that's true.
Arrakis, what's the sun there? They have 2 suns.
I think they have 3 or 4 suns. Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Speaking of that, Luke Skywalker, 2 suns on Tatooine, right? That's He got a little dark towards Return of the Jedi, didn't he?
I mean, look at Obi-Wan. If he would have applied, he wouldn't have been looking so old.
I mean, I'm just saying, like, if I was Javier Bardem and I saw young Timmy just busting out sunscreen, I would call him Lisan Al-Gaib.
Yeah. Also, generally, any road trip movie, you know what I mean? Because what we're driving home is that it's not just when you're fucking out in the sun. So obviously the biggest one ever, Guilt Trip, starring Seth Rogen and Barbara Streisand.
The biggest road trip movie.
Yep, that's the one that we all think about.
Trip.
You gotta have sunscreen.
Driving Miss Daisy.
Green Book.
Little Miss Sunshine, right?
Yeah, actually, yeah.
Green Book, like
Sunshine, it's right in the name too. Like that. What a tie-in.
That was a missed opportunity back in 2000 and whatever.
God,
if we're cracking open just genres, we have to talk about vampires.
Oh fuck!
Wow.
Blade, the original Blade film, features a vampire that applies sunscreen to be able to operate in the daytime.
Holy shit!
No, I just remember this right now. I had completely forgotten about this character.
Nosferatu didn't have the tech.
It was definitely it was a mineral. It had to have been. We know because of the science that you've told us about that it was definitely a mineral sunscreen, so that was creating that barrier so that the sun could not get there.
Yeah.
Wow.
In Sinners,
This is crazy.
if the vampires and Sinners had access,
we could listen to Irish jig music any time of the day.
In the
we wouldn't
sun-
have to wait until night to listen to the music of
Vampires
my
would
people.
become far too powerful. That's a really, really big limitation for them.
I mean, I think there's probably something in here that makes it so, there's some pass through happening for the vampires themselves, right? Like did
you test? I know you didn't test on animals, but did you test on vampires?
It's hard to get a hold of vampires these days, especially during the day.
Hey, I can give you my boss's number.
Okay.
There is that is my favorite moment in Blade, though, when 80 minutes go by and he forgets to reapply, and so he dies.
That's true.
That was really responsible of them.
So my two TV pitches for some incredible product placement for Slapstick. Better Call Saul has an episode in which Mike and Jimmy, as Saul is known in the show, Jimmy McGill, trudge through the desert. And if you Google Better Call Saul desert, you will see an image of Bob Odenkirk. Very, very burnt.
That guy doesn't get outside enough.
Yeah.
And
What's crazy is this would just fit easily in your pocket too.
exactly.
Just had it
If
right
you're
here with
all
you.
the way out there, lost in the middle of the New Mexico desert, and you just needed to apply a little bit, that'd be perfect.
And it's not electronic, so even his brother could have it.
yeah, exactly.
I mean, he could wrap it in tinfoil if he wants to.
Yeah.
So Vince, if you're listening, could we just do a pass through?
Really, Breaking Bad is just covered in fucking sun,
Right.
Bald head.
Yeah.
Walter White, my God.
Cooking meth?
Are we sure it was lung cancer or whatever the fuck?
Exactly.
It was actually skin cancer.
No, yeah.
And then
The silent killer.
my number one, come on, guys, Survivor.
Oh,
You're so dead right.
So
this is great. Yeah.
I think about this a lot because they do give them sunscreen
They
on
have
Survivor
to.
because it would be morally
Malpractice.
reprehensible to not.
So obviously not a narrative fiction show,
Well,
but
they still get burned on there. It's just if they didn't give them anything, they would be like they need a hospital. That said, they could use every now and then, especially the more recent seasons, because I think they're getting a little more like woke about how they shouldn't just let them like cook out there. You'll see the grease and and the residue on everyone's face. The suspension of disbelief is just ruined.
but
I need something a little more transparent.
keep in mind, like,
Discreet.
you're never seeing any streaks of white on any of these beautiful Survivor contestants. So they must already have some type of sunscreen specific concoction or process.
I think when the show started, they just let them fucking die out there.
Yeah,
yeah.
exactly.
And now the last two seasons, also it's HD now, but if you
Right.
look, you'll see it.
You
man.
can see it. Yeah. You can see the like level of like grease
sheen.
and like film.
Yeah.
Yeah. That people have like that you see out on the beach.
But imagine how much better that process would be with a little slapstick. Like you could have a guy. Ben, do you want to go to Fiji?
Oh,
you
yeah.
want to journey?
Let's
go.
Jeff, are you watching?
Yeah.
Apply your
Get this-
sunscreen.
He's gonna
I'm in.
just imagine Jeff Probst looking into the camera, holding a slapstick. Apply.
I know Probst is crazy
your
about
own-
sunscreen because he looks great for like 60 or
Yeah.
whatever the fuck.
He could look a little better.
Yeah.
God, he was just about to come on the pod too, and he lost him.
No, I mean, what is he, like 64? I
Yeah.
think he looks amazing.
Wow.
He looks
Probst.
fucking incredible.
You look like shit, Probst.
I mean,
You know, you
Fiji
could do it look better.
Fiji looks hot. Fiji looks super fucking hot. So any additional help that they can get, I think, would be great. It's the number one pick for me. It's real world too. I mean, I think it's a little out of bounds of just like narrative fiction, but it's what comes to mind for me.
Ben, one quick question for your testing process, because I thought about another movie where one of our supporting characters gets absolutely scorched, like blisters on their faces. How does this protect against atomic bomb testing? Is this good in atomic bombs? I'm thinking of Benny Safdie in the film Oppenheimer. He gets blasted.
That is
How
a
would
good
this-
sunscreen moment.
Yeah,
Yeah.
would this be good
with
for,
the big glasses?
I don't
Should
think-
he have put on sunscreen first?
I don't know if we're rated for that level of radiation.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
A little.
But it's
you know.
better than nothing.
It's better than nothing.
You might.
I don't know if you can even
he
say
might,
that.
his organs. This is what I'm going to say. His organs might melt, but his skin will look.
Yeah, exactly.
fantastic.
Okay, well there you go. And that's
What's your
one
priority?
less cancer that you have to worry
He'll
about.
grow like a third arm.
Nobody can see your organs. They see your skin, right? So
Well, that's your biggest
Yeah,
organ.
your kid
It
will
is.
have two heads.
Well,
but
Unless we're talking about the one other
it's
organ.
not my
you know what I'm
biggest,
saying?
it's your biggest organ. All right, can we just talk about Lost? One of my favorite shows as a kid. They're baking out there for 10 years trying to figure out what's going on under that island. Would have been nice if they had a little protection. Don't you agree? Yeah.
do they have anything on there?
I think it all gets destroyed in the plane crash.
Oof.
I think if
They
if
didn't
you
have the FedEx box of sunscreen.
if you have something small in your pocket in your carry-on, that's what's going to save
Hey,
everybody.
You can bring it on a plane.
Yeah. So in the case of a plane crash, you want to keep slapstick in your pocket so that you're not separated. It can't be in your carry-on.
You're working on a deal with United, right? To have them say that in their deal.
We're working on a deal with all airlines and all cruise lines.
This bottle is small enough.
Yeah.
This is under 3
yeah.
ounces, right?
Well,
Like,
it's not-
yeah.
It's not
literally
liquid.
1 ounce.
So
Yeah, exactly.
It's a 1 ounce.
go
If you
right in.
can't see it,
It could be any size, and it's not liquid. So
that's true.
you're solid.
Yeah, take it with you. Cool.
Yeah, the cast of Lost probably would have fared a little bit better on that island with some slapstick. They could have searched for meaning with the numbers a little bit better, a little bit more mobile and agile. They hear some whispering in the woods, crazy monster. It's like, all right, let's apply, guys. You got it. You're going in. You're good. You're facing some crazy
Throw it at the
potential
black smoke
monsters.
monster.
Yeah, they're getting like literally haunted. They're like, guys, I know, but 80 minutes.
Yeah.
Listen,
It's protected us from the vampires. It
Yeah.
protects us from the black smoke monster.
So we know that this will protect you from the sun's harmful rays if you go to the beach, for example. Can it protect you from if you were to go to a beach that were to make you old, let's say? Can it fight against that?
I think I see where you're going here. It hasn't been tested in M. Night Shyamalan's old.
Oh,
beach.
okay. It hasn't gone. You haven't seen how it impacts. I didn't know if the 80-minute rule still applies or if it's every 16 seconds you have to reapply because they're turning old.
that's what they were
80
doing.
minutes in movie time.
Yeah,
so
okay.
that covers the whole film.
The copious amounts of exposition that occurs at the end of that film doesn't point to the idea of sun being the source of aging.
That would be a really easy addition to the movie, though, because they are straight up just doing experiments on the people on that beach. You know what I mean? M. Night's watching with binoculars to see what their skin's doing.
Old 2. He just has a telescope and he's like, yep, they got old again.
Great. What a film.
You guys hate Trap. Are you kidding me?
We were starved. That movie was like peak COVID.
You would technically have to reapply every 3 seconds on that beach.
That's what I'm saying is every 80 minutes in our time. What does that mean for this?
Yeah, by the time you get done applying, you got to keep
You just
going
gotta keep it
again.
going.
We're
That
working
seems
on
like
a
a
new
good way to pass the
formula for that.
For that
old beach.
yeah.
Yeah, for the old beach.
Oh, so that's the next version is the one specifically for the old
For beach that makes you old.
Yeah.
Okay.
Totally.
Okay.
Totally.
I'll be excited for that one.
It's gonna have
It's
a
hard to
cocoa
develop.
smell or
Surprise.
okay.
Yeah, surprise.
All right, what else we got?
Are there any other ones that you were thinking of here?
I mean, we could
There's
talk
a lot
about-
of desert related.
We got the
ones, right?
Mummy. We got Scorpion King. Lawrence of Arabia.
Any desert related. I have a letterbox list called desert.
But it's also not just the heat, it's also elevation. So many people don't realize if you're going skiing in the winter, you are still at risk
That's right.
for sun damage.
Yeah, the closer you are to the
You're literally closer to the
sun.
sun.
UV rays. They're out if it's cloudy, guess what? They're out.
Yeah.
So
It's cold. It's out.
So-
Like The Revenant. Look, Leo. I mean, here's the thing. Also, we don't know if Bear would have tried to eat him if it would have gotten a bite of that. And might have said, no, thank you.
he might have eaten him faster because of the vanilla.
Leo mentions the sunburn a few times in the movie, doesn't he? He talks about he's going to burn. I
Oh,
remember
well,
that.
okay, yeah.
Does he really?
crispy.
I haven't
Here's the
seen it. Does he actually to himself? He's like, oh, it's fucking sunburn.
I believe you. I don't
should.
ask me to tell you a single thing that happens in that movie. So,
holes. Very
that's a great one.
very crispy
That's
out
a great
there.
one.
Wow.
Did
I
you
would,
think
I would
of-
love to get Shia LaBeouf. Is it LaBeouf? LaBeouf?
LaBeouf and James Franco were signing up.
Is there a celebrity?
Those would be great spoke. Yeah, that's who I need, right?
Yeah.
The everyday
Is
man.
Kevin Spacey around? Is he free?
Isn't there?
John
He's-
Voight's
I don't know if he's
also in here.
is he canceled.
You know how? I mean, that would be another
Cheaper,
easy add-in because the dad in that movie is an inventor inventing like a sneaker deodorizer. You can
Yes.
switch that out real easy.
Oh
He
my
does
God,
call
yes.
his product splooge. I'm dead serious. If you rewatch,
that's right. It's Henry Winkler, right?
Yeah. Slapstick is like leagues better than Splooge.
That is the highest compliment I've been given in quite a while.
But it's not too late if you this hasn't like fully like I don't know how many of these vowels you got, but you could change the name to Splooge. If you wanted to.
It's not too late.
I'm crunching the numbers in my head, and I think it might be worth it.
Okay, good.
It opens up a new demographic for me.
Yeah,
I don't know who they are, but they're there.
There's always another demo.
There's some people.
Also, the 2005 film Sahara with Matthew McConaughey, Penelope Cruz, Steve Zahn.
That was on the tip of all of our tongues.
McConaughey needs something, and then also Brad Pitt's got some rough skin in general. He gets a lot of crap for that.
Here's the thing: in F1, he
Murder.
could have saved like another 10 years of his life the way that he looks if he had been applying for this.
I mean, that movie is already just a constant product placement of itself.
All the rollerblading and burn after reading that he was doing.
You think that caught up?
That aged
That's
him.
when it happened.
The biking, yeah.
That was
The
the
biking,
moment.
yeah.
Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, he's baking
Very
out there.
crispy, yeah.
It's true. Yeah, before he jumps up on the roof, he could just like slap some on real quick. He could have like lathered this on his like 50-year-old pecs.
Brad, if you're listening, so we got Probst, we got Brad, we got a lot.
We're taking the good with the bad.
Yeah.
I mean, Probst, I think he would do it. He needs it for his show. You can't have people just like dying on you in front of your challenge.
And what's worse than just like dying from like, owie, I fell off a rock is the slow death of skin cancer.
It's bad. It's bad.
It's worse. All right.
What else we got?
I could not if you asked. Every single movie has the fucking sun in it.
Yeah.
What about some examples, just general examples of product placement in film and TV? And
my favorite of all time, it's not even close, is when it's in like season 2 or 3 of House of Cards. Frank Underwood.
Oh, yeah, this is good.
It genuinely made me like stop watching the show. He is given a PS Vita with something on it that he should be watching. And he's like, is that a PS Vita? Frank Underwood doesn't know what a PS Vita is. He is a murderous senator. I think that stands alone. In terms of recent good things where product placement kind of bothered me, Barbie, the Chevrolet.
Oh, that's the worst.
That's a really bad one.
It was really upsetting.
It fully like takes you out of the movie.
Did you need more money?
Well, if they would have been applying sunscreen in the car, then you got something good cooking.
Does the sun have harmful UV rays in Barbie Land? Because I don't see Ken ain't applying any sunscreen in there. Ken and Barbie aren't.
No,
but I don't know
what
the physics of that world are. Does anyone ever die in that world? Probably not.
I mean, we mentioned Castaway. Wilson and FedEx are just core aspects of the story there. There's some that are very notorious, like the Nikes and Back to the Future.
But those are sick. Like that works because it's also a product that like didn't exist until recently.
The Dunkachinos and Jack and Jill.
All the cars and the watches and all the James Bond movies. Reese's Pieces in E.T.
Mac and Me.
Could E.T. have survived when he gets left out in the sewage?
Have you seen his E.T. skin? He's
if he would have applied some
E.T. used to look like us.
At that elevation on the bicycle, he was getting assaulted.
He was once a beautiful man.
He looked like George Clooney, I was told originally.
The shots of E.T. as he's like dying are so upsetting.
Yeah.
You're getting me a little verklempt. I'm getting worked up. But, we got the Eggos in Stranger Things with 13. You remember that? She holds like 5 boxes of Eggos.
11.
Wow. No good references. I can't get any references.
The final season, she is now 13.
Yeah. The number keeps going
She's
up.
actually 25. I think Stranger Things would take whatever product placement they can get. They got a lot of like weird looking CGI to pay for. So throw a little slapstick in there. Maybe Steve DeJoe comes in and he's like, hey kids, you're getting a little older these days. Maybe you got to take care of your health.
He's like, hello, fellow kids, as they're all like in their 30s now.
Take better care of your skin health.
Yeah, they're like,
also, listen to my album. It doesn't sound like the Beatles at all.
Yeah, it's definitely not Paul McCartney.
we love you, Joe. Joe's got a deal. He's on the list.
Whenever I think of product placement in film, I always think of Transformers and the shots of like
Bud Light,
Dude,
baby.
Yeah. Bud Light, Mountain Dew. Like just like, oh, the Mountain Dew vending machine has come to life.
Yeah. Yeah. Man, to be a Transformer, to not have skin, to not need this product.
Unfortunately, we don't have.
What a dream.
We're cursed to have almost everyone's biggest organ, skin.
Here's a good one.
Almost everyone's biggest organ.
The Truman Show. Lots of product placement in the Truman Show, mostly for products that aren't
real.
No, none of them are. Yeah, Moco Coco, not real.
Yeah. But that's such a good one where you just throw it in as part of life.
Yeah, but the problem is the sun wasn't real in that movie, right? He was in a dome. So you just kind of ruined it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my God. That's yes.
We'll cut this out of the episode, right?
Well,
I mean, honestly, shouldn't Truman be like alabaster?
how
How did he get so tan?
He should.
You know, that's a good point.
The lingering tan from Ace Ventura.
Yeah, what
How
happened
they
there?
survive.
He should be like unsettling looking.
He should look like E.T.
I mean, because they might be giving him some kind of like vitamin D supplement so that he's like not dying, but he should be as pale as a human being could possibly be. He has never seen the sun before.
Basically any superhero movie, any like big bloated CGI slop fest, you could throw in some product placement in there.
Yeah.
You could, Superman could have put some slapstick on,
He's not immune from sun protection. Most people don't know that.
Yeah.
It's kryptonite.
That's the real slow death.
Did you see the new Superman?
Of course.
Remember the scene where a dude from Barry, Metamorpho, makes the sun with his hands?
Oh,
Okay.
All those people in that prison should have gotten a little slapstick to survive that.
That's so true.
That's a good call.
Lex with his head is going to be in a bad place next movie.
Yeah, how is he super pasty, no sun protection, completely bald?
It's going to be a major plot point in the next movie, I've heard.
Okay.
Lex is...
He's like, I'm at a ticking clock. Like, I gotta kill this guy, but like on a time crunch. No.
Let's get James Gunn on the phone right now. He's currently typing the final sentences of Superman 2 Man of Tomorrow. Let's throw in a slapstick product placement in there. Let's have Lex apply a little bit. Maybe it's a Lex branded. Lex probably has his own custom slapstick that's just for him.
Okay, here's another big one. Conversely to Superman, we give it to Batman and now he can come out in the day more. And so he's not such a
vampire angle.
Bummer. Yeah, because Patty Batman is like, it's like he can only exist at night, you know?
He is
I think this is the way that
vengeance,
we turn emo Batman to like pop punk Batman.
Yeah.
Because like he's not going like full like.
Yeah, he goes full James Gunn mode. He's like, you know what I love? My chosen family. And like, I don't know, late 90s alt rock?
My misfit weirdos.
Pattinson is also kind of a vampire from Twilight.
listens
That's
to,
kind of a
like,
crossover.
That's facts. He's sparkling.
Oh, dude, the whole Twilight verse.
Oh my God!
how
yeah.
did we forget?
Back to the vampires. Yeah, once again.
They would be all over
Dude,
this.
they
They're
wouldn't have to
still
wait.
alabaster.
They wouldn't
all of
have
them.
to wait until
they
a cloudy.
cast pale people.
No. But they wouldn't have to wait until a cloudy day for them to go play baseball. They had to wait until it's like really dark and gloomy so they can go play their favorite sport, America's pastime, baseball. They could just do that anytime.
They wouldn't have to live in Seattle.
They could. They wouldn't have
live
to be cursed to live.
They go to
in
they go to
Northwest.
Miami.
All right, we can't talk vampires without what we do in the shadows, right?
Yeah. Okay.
What we do in the sun.
Yeah. Yeah.
Darling, bring me some of that slapstick.
It fits in the coffin very easily.
I do think that the invention or the inclusion of this in the What We Do in the Shadows universe would be devastating to Colin Robinson. Because then what does he have over the rest of them at that point? Like if they can come out into the sun, like what else is he contributing?
Yeah, this might make him too powerful, actually.
Yeah, it throws off the balance of the show and character development wasted. Yeah.
He would actually probably rule the world with this product.
Yeah, well.
He would become the most powerful energy vampire.
And that's what slapstick can do for you. It can make you the most powerful energy in the world. That is not on the box, folks.
All right.
What is this logo? Can you tell me a little bit about the sun getting slapped?
Yeah. So, slap.
It's a great logo.
I appreciate it. The idea was just to have a little fun, do something that, kind of in some ways relates to slapstick comedy if you're familiar with the genre. And, the sun getting slapped, that was kind of a quick, recognizable funny thing. Maybe help get kids or like young people even resonate with it. Yeah.
Have we reached out to Buster Keaton? Like speaking of slapstick, he'd be the natural fit. Most of those films are filmed outside. Did he die 50 years ago?
I was going to say Buster Keaton, I don't think is with us.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that he died a long time ago, if I'm correct.
What about like the Three Stooges?
Sure. Let's get him in here.
Yeah, he died in 1966.
That's too bad. We just missed him.
Oh, that's a really good one.
We've got a good one here.
Passion of the Christ.
Let's talk about it.
We started off Jewish. We're going to end Christian.
Yeah. So like when we're thinking about the things that might have killed Jesus up there, like, he was like hanging and like the nails.
There were a lot of issues.
But here's the thing. He was up really high. Again, to your point about elevation, like he was
exposed.
up on.
People don't realize how high Mount Sinai was.
Mount Sinai. Yeah. And he's elevated even above ground level on Mount Sinai.
Yeah.
So, just thinking. The problem is, we were talking about 127 hours, how at least he has one hand. Jesus, I don't think, had any free hands. So,
there were disciples available.
There was the one lady who like gives him the little sip of water when he's up there. What if she just like had like a big stick with a slapstick on there? Just got like,
we're working on an extra long variation for those type of Christ-like situations.
Yeah, some kind of attachment, like extension. Yeah,
like a selfie stick for a sunscreen stick. Who didn't?
I really respect how you searched the movie, but then you nudged Hunter so he could introduce it because you didn't want to go.
I've heard some of these get 28,000 views, so I want to make sure that we're not going to lose.
That I'll be the one who says it.
Hunter's getting canceled, not me.
It's all right.
We're reaching out to Mel Gibson, though, to add to our list.
Speaking of people that could use, have you seen what Mel Gibson looks like lately?
James Franco, Shia LaBeouf, Mel Gibson,
really a murderer.
John Boy, Kevin Spacey.
I'm looking for investors I don't have enough for this.
Okay.
You guys.
And you'll just take money from wherever it comes from. You like to not.
Yeah.
Mel is prepping Passion of the Christ Part 2.
Oh my God.
There's more to the story.
Yeah, there's a second one.
Yes. I don't know if you knew this.
Tell me.
But Jesus came back. Allegedly. Sorry. I don't know.
They don't talk about this in Temple very much. It's just not a popular Hanukkah story. But
some say that skin protection may have been involved in his ability.
Yeah.
So are you okay with signing up for that kind of?
We're still trying to translate some text to see which brand it was. So if you want it to be your friend, let us know.
I know I said I wanted Dune 2, but I actually want Passion 2 more than anything. Mel, if you're listening to this, I'm going to change your mind on the Jews and I'm going to get you some sun protection.
This will be great. Yeah.
Mel.
I just want to sit you guys in a room together with my
perfect dinner table. Mel, Probst, The Rock from Scorpion King.
That sucks.
That sucks. Who's at your dinner table, Drew?
Nightmare blunt rotation.
Gibson, The Rock, Chuck Probst.
All right, I don't know where we go from Passion. I think we can end.
I think that's it.
From there,
I think we did it, guys.
That's good.
Buy the sunscreen, please.
Will we see Passion of the Christ Part 2 Resurrection, and will we review it on this podcast?
Is that real?
It's a real thing.
Apparently,
shit. I actually didn't know that. It's happening. That's unfortunate.
Is Jim Caviezel reprising his role?
I
He's
don't know.
like old
Is he available
now. He made the first one like 20 years ago.
Ben, where do we find the product?
TrySlapstick.com. It's available. We'll soon be on TikTok Shop and Amazon as well. Yeah.
Well, let's give me a little more. Like, what is what is the experience like of buying and receiving this? Like, is it just as simple as you just click one thing and then it's delivered to your home?
So you hit the website, and spoiler alert, there are some hidden discounts in the website. Find them. You can get up to 20% off. So if you only got 10% off, you were not intelligent enough to find the secret discount. I'm sorry.
Wow.
When you get the package, there's some personal items. There's some personal stuff in there. Some stickers, note from me.
Oh, really?
Some fun packaging. Yeah,
that's cool.
Little sentimental touch. We're not Neutrogena over here. It's a personal brand. And
get them.
Yeah, I hope.
And then once you have it, then folks can post and tag on social media, right?
Please tag Try Slapstick or Sun Protection is no joke. Show off your new shiny, beautiful skin that is now protected.
Love it. Yeah. Love it. Great. Well, thank you so much, Ben, for coming on, for sharing this with us, for allowing us to platform this great product and have a little fun while doing it. We appreciate you.
Thanks for having me. It's been a joy. I learned something about some different religions. It wasn't just about sun protection. Got a lot.
Yeah.
We barely scratched the surface.
We didn't even start on Islam. I mean,
should we crack out the King James Bible? I'm ready.
We didn't do you
have a copy of Dianetics?
I'm Googling list of religions right now, so we can just go down.
I'm having some reactive.
We can start from alphabetical order.
PTA's the master.
The master.
Oh my God.
Could have applied a little bit. It wouldn't have been so fucking
Philip
crazy.
Seymour Hoffman.
Yeah.
Super pasty. Wow.
Very fair skin. All right. Well, we can wrap it up there. Thank you all for listening. Please remember to rate, review, and subscribe, like and comment. Let us know your thoughts on everything that we talked about, including the movies and the shows and the slapstick.
Is there a sound effect we can, you know what I mean?
Do it again. That's it.
Wow.
Yeah,
Okay. God, you're like Justin Timberlake making the McDonald's the ba da ba 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 song right now just by doing that. Whoosh.
Thank you,
Hunter. Can we get a clean version?
What passion?
Oh fuck! You blew it. Damn it! Oh, that's it.
You
now we have to
applied.
Apply.
WeBoughtAMic.net to get every episode in your inbox. Join the Discord at patreon.com/WeBoughtAMic. $5 a month. Thank you, beautiful donors, for supporting this podcast. Next week, is it Thanksgiving? I'm not sure where we're at.
No,
Yeah, two weeks.
Sure not.
Okay. Well, we'll keep you posted.
I wouldn't even go that far. We might not keep you posted.
Bugonia spoiler thoughts.
I know.
Ernie, you and I are about to have a whole
There's a gauntlet
plethora
coming.
of shit that we're going to be bringing and telling people if it's good or if it's not good. So, you know.
Running Man, Jay Kelly, Testament of Ann Lee,
Die, My Love.
Marty Supreme,
Marty Supreme.
Marty Supreme.
Avatar Fire and
Sentimental
Ash.
Value.
I'm so fucking excited for Marty Supreme.
There's a lot of good shit coming.
We've already gotten to the bottom of which Safdie has the juice.
Oh, now
it didn't
we're
take
just ready
long
for it.
at all.
So stick around. Thanks again, Ben. And we'll see you next time. Love you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Whoopsh.